Hello and welcome back. Tonight's movie was Color Out of Space. Now, this is based on an old H.P. Lovecraft story. It's also where Arkham comes from, which Batman stole. But, what'd you think?
Boy, oh boy. Have you ever seen Annihilation?
No.
It's like that, but not as good. It's aliens that come down and start terraforming and taking over, and it's basically the same premise, except, in Annihilation it's military people that go into the place, and in this one it's happens to a family.
It was a very weird movie. Like, the plot was there, but it was hard to follow. And, I mean, mostly the movie was done for the effects. Like, this really just feels like a special effects team wanted to play around for a while. And so they made 2 hours of just a living nightmare. I feel like everything else was basically thrown in to justify it. I mean, the acting was good enough. I will say Nicolas Cage is like right alongside Steve Buscemi and Mel Gibson as far as people that can play crazy. Like, he's amazing at it. And, I mean, even Tommy Chong, who I would not have expected to see in this movie, but he did really well. And his voice at the end sounded really cool.
It did.
But, I don't know, it's a very weird movie. Like, I wasn't bored at any point. I didn't feel like I actively wanted to do something else. But at the same time, I don't know that I enjoyed it. I was just...
You were teetering around the edge. You weren't invested, but it was not quite boredom either.
Yeah, I was...
Same here.
I was watching it unfold, and I wanted to see what happened, I think at some point, just out of morbid curiosity. But it wasn't necessarily good.
Yeah.
It was just weird and different.
Yeah. A little melancholy, in a movie like that, where it can take the wind out of your sails, it can make you feel like you're melting away.
I mean, there are bits that were, I say scary, because I don't know if this was scary, but just odd and maybe unsettling.
It had a little bit of the Thing in there.
Yeah.
It felt like the Thing and Annihilation mashed together. Like you said, these people wanted to make a movie that was like that, but they didn't quite live up to anything worth getting into.
Yeah. It was an experience. Like, I'll give it a 5. I'd say it's pretty middle of the road for me.
Yeah, same here.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. If you haven't seen it and you're curious, I'd say watch it. It is something different. It's unique. It's different. It's something to see. And the effects are incredible. So if you're just a big special effects person, then watch it for that. Because from that aspect, it was great. It looks gorgeous. It's very well done. All the effects are just really weird and cool and out there.
Sure.
But just from like a movie standpoint, or especially from a horror movie standpoint, I would maybe skip this one.
Yeah, if you want to watch it, great, but it's like a one and done.
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely not one you'll rewatch. Like, once you've seen it and you know what's going to happen and you know what everything looks like already, watching it again isn't going to serve any purpose.
I was hoping the way the cover looked, and with Nicolas Cage being in there, I thought it was going to be more of a wackadoo movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not like crazy zany, but like
more out there.
Just a little bit weirder, like, oh, the bees!
Like, if you remember when we saw Starleaf, we watched it a while ago. The cover is like an alien, and then also a marijuana leaf, and that's the whole thing, is they're stoners in the woods, and then the alien thing.
Yeah, that was like from our first year.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been more like that. That was just a wacky, zany kind of alien movie.
Yeah.
Like, that was just weird, but in a funny and good kind of way.
That's maybe what I was kind of expecting with this.
Yeah.
But this one was too damn serious.
Yeah, this was something else. Like, I was very intrigued. I love Nicolas Cage, and I love classic horror writers, Stephen King and Poe and Lovecraft and all that. So I was intrigued for sure. And it was just, I don't know, it was very weird. Like, that's really the best word I have. It's just weird.
Yeah, that's about it. There's not much more to say.
Yeah. If you want to watch it, I guess go for it, but don't go out of your way. And I guess we'll just see you tomorrow with another movie.